Good evening. Right now at 6, frightening speeds on the freeway. Wisconsin State Patrol is urging people to slow down on the highways after catching multiple drivers going more than 100 miles per hour. But as Ben Jordan shows us in tonight's Project Drive Safer report, a year-long commitment to combating reckless driving, the consequences for excessive speeding are far more severe just south of the state line.
Last week, we showed you this dash camera video. An Illinois driver was busted by Wisconsin State Patrol for going triple digits through Kenosha County in the rain.
We're late for work.
The driver was sent on his way with a handful of tickets.
You got to slow down, all right? I know I hammered you with tickets.
Including a $326 fine for speeding.
102 in the rain is reckless driving, man.
If he was caught going 32 over the limit in his home state, he could have been arrested.
I have made several arrests over my career for aggravated speeding.
Melissa Albert Lopez is a state trooper in Illinois, one of the toughest states on speeding.
There's no reason to speed at these crazy levels.
Going 26 to 34 miles per hour over the limit in Illinois is a misdemeanor crime. That's punishable by up to 6 months in jail and a fine up to $1,500. Speeding at least 35 over the limit in Illinois can land a driver in jail for up to a year.
Do you think Illinois' harsher penalties serve as a deterrent?
Some people really do respond to the concept that what they're doing is a crime. And that is a great deterrent. You know, they pay their fines, possible jail time or community service, and they learn and they move on.
Illinois State Police data suggests it may be making a difference. About 2,000 fewer drivers were charged with aggravated speeding last year compared to 2019. During that same time frame, excessive speeds on Wisconsin highways went in the opposite direction. Wisconsin State Patrol says the amount of drivers caught going more than 100 miles per hour doubled.
I don't think there's any question that speeds have certainly risen.
Master Trooper Brendan Brown has spent more than 2 decades patrolling Wisconsin highways for traffic violations.
Do you think the policy should shift to, put more pressure on drivers to not behave that way?
I would say, again, more of that education. The mandatory suspension that we have now really hits a driver's license. I mean, it's going to make your insurance go up. It's a 6-point violation, so that's a pretty heavy violation. But I don't think arresting someone for a speeding violation, personally, would make much of a difference at all.
While traffic laws greatly vary depending on which side of the state line you're driving, Trooper Brown and Trooper Albert Lopez say their primary goal is the same: educating people on far worse consequences, the possibility of injuring or killing someone. Reporting in Kenosha County, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
All right, Ben, thanks. And we've been telling you speed is a big part of the reckless driving problem in Wisconsin and here in Milwaukee. Already this year, MPD officers have written more than 700 tickets to drivers going at least 25 miles per hour above the speed limit. But dangerous speeds can have much more serious consequences. In 2022, there were 77 fatal crashes, and MPD's Crash Reconstruction Unit responded to every single one. There are just 4 members on this team, and they're on call 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. The Crash Reconstruction Unit is called in to answer questions that no one else can. So they use tire marks, debris, blood, and other clues to discover how the roadway, the people, and the vehicles involved contributed to the crash. The information helps in criminal investigations, but also it provides closure.
A lot of the times it's just for closure for the family, because these things happen in the dark at 3 in the morning. No one saw what happened, and we're able to put the pieces together so at least the family knows what led up to it, what happened to their loved one who passed away in the crash.
MPD says that speed is the #1 factor leading to more deadly crashes in the city, and it's not uncommon to see speeds upwards of 100 miles per hour.